13, 10, 1, and 2. 3.65 goals against average and .894 save percentage as we get underway. Both teams, well, they've lost their last one out. Erie has dropped 3 straight. As the Barrie Colts, well, they're in the midst of a pretty good stretch here. Even though they lost to the Sudbury Wolves just this past weekend, they've won 6 of the last 8 games played. As a penalty coming up here. It's short-handed, 2-on-0 rush with Jag Edmond.
2 minutes for cross-checking.
Brings it off the post.
Time penalty 25
on that
seconds.
play.
So
the box
for
now, power play on for Barrie.
seconds.
Down the right wing side, it's Clarke. Their first-round pick, 4th overall this past OHL priority selection. Swung back onto the right wing side, Evan Vierling, the former Flint Firebird. Fanning attempt on the left side circle, the one-timer from Forster, who leads the OHL in power play goals with 14 of them. Erie on the near side wall, looking to clear. Has a chance for Brendan Hoffman, he'll do so. The stick knocked out of the hands of Aiden Brown on that play. Forster looking, and Brown also looking for a call on there, but no more coming up. Remains 5-on-4 as they work back into Erie ice, left side. Forster, he'll swing it around the horn to the right wing side. Gathering that in, Anthony Tabak. Now to the point, here's Clarke. Center point area, right side, one-timer. Vierling stopped by Erie's Aiden Campbell. And then cleared down the ice by Jake Golden to the near side corner, settled by Seelovs. A minute left on the power play for the Barrie Colts, 12th in the league on the man advantage, 20.9%, 45 for 215. Played out right wing side, rather left wing side, back into Erie ice. Here comes Hadfield with the biscuit. Gets away from Golden here, sends it off the circles, a wrist shot out from Brown, and Erie gets another good save from Aiden Campbell, who's been tested early on in this hockey game. Jake Golden on the near side. Brushes it out ahead, but not out. Kept in by Victor Hadfield as he pressures Jake Golden. Erie can lift it out right wing side, and here's Fowler cruising into the zone. Fowler fans on a pass, now drops it off a leg here, bounces in front of the pinball, making a good save on set. As the Erie Otters, you heard from Noah Sador early in the pregame show, saying how this team controls their destiny for the postseason. 2-point lead on the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. And also a game in hand on the Greyhounds as well. Porco's going to carry to center ice. Back after a 4-game suspension. Has the puck into the Erie zone right wing side. Trying to turn it on in front. They get loose here. Drop it off in front of the net. And Erie can recover defensively and spike that one away. Ahead comes Brendan Hoffman through center ice. Wheels around a couple. Trying to get a shot away now as he feeds it out in front. Brendan Sellon looking for it. Puck trickles around. And Brendan Hoffman keeps this alive on the left point. Trying to turn it in down deep. Tied up by Allenson. Sellon takes over along the face-off circle to the point. Erie chips it in back down to the corner. D'Amato after it. Brush back ahead as Brendan Sellon looking to hold in. Hoffman went off on a change. It's sent loose, and here's Porco back in towards Erie ice. Turned back by Frasca, younger brother of Jordan Frasca, as Jacob Frasca and company can clear out the center ice. Jordan, the former Windsor Spitfire, now with the Kingston Frontenacs, as Erie works this one out left wing side. Brought in the offensive zone by Daniel D'Amato, and slowed once more by the Colts as they rip it around the board. Sellon's going to find the handle. Gives down low, and it's Daniel D'Amato going to work with Brendan Hoffman and Brendan Sellon. D'Amato on for Brendan Hoffman at the circle. He'll steer it out to the point. Hunter towards the goal, skips through, and sent on wide to the far boards after the deflection. On for Daniel D'Amato once more. D'Amato rambles near side, tries to wrap around, bounces it towards the front, and Seeloff, Cranberry native. It's a 2-hour drive down south. A shot from the point sails wide to the near side corner, and that one off the stick of Nathan Allenson. They go back to Allenson at the right point. Swinging across for Clarke. Golfed ahead by the Otters, and just out of the reach of Emmett Sproul, Evan Vierling is on back. Vierling, part of 8 trades made here by the Barrie Colts between the two meetings between the Otters and the Barrie Colts. First time they got together all the way back November the 9th. Erie won that hockey game 4-2. Since then, it's kind of been a sell mode for the Barrie Colts as Erie brushes this one ahead. They're going with a youth movement. 3rd youngest team in the league as Sador, right wing into the zone. Couldn't get the shot on goal. He was tied up as he went to pull the trigger. It's forced back to Erie ice with 9:35 to go in a scoreless first. And on across, and just rolls off the stick of Victor Hadfield to the far side corner. After turnover giveaway by the Otters at the blue line. Erie can work it out ahead as they come away unscathed. And breaking through is Golod into the zone with a man in front. Golod holds, now waits, and fires it wide on the glove hand side with bodies in front. Counter attack on. It's Nelson. Right wing jams on the brakes. Now Clarke with a man in front. Backhand play dropped off to the front of the goal. Comes to Nelson after a steal. And his shot is stopped by Campbell. Here's Brown now from the bottom of the left circle. In front. And it's Campbell robbing Hatfield. 7:06 to go in the opening frame. Jack Duff back behind his own goal. It's the breaks, trying to stay away from the forecheckers. To back, knock that puck loose, but Erie can shovel it out ahead, left wing side, and 2-on-2 into the zone. Hoffman, long range try off a stick wide. Bouncing puck to the near side circle, guided ahead by Brandt Clarke, and then into the Erie zone comes Frasco. He's up for Porco, dragged to the middle here, bounce one towards the front, that sails just wide. Anthony to back, coming over from the Sarnia Sting. Connor punted on the intercept. Erie behind their own goal as the pace picks up here a little bit here towards the end of the second, or into the first frame. Erie can't get into the zone deep, and here come the Barrie Colts. Hatfield left side, looking to drag to the middle, poke checked away by Kishnick. They hold in down to the far corner as it rolls behind the Otters net. Drew Hunter also played in his 200th game last night, but the Otters can't clear. Clarke on the left circle as he stick handles, shimmies away from Cohen, feeds a man on the right wing side. Hatfield back in front, looking for Brown. Pass just off the mark. Cohen able to put one off his skate, and he forces Josh Nelson to carry back towards his own line. Quickly up ahead and back to Erie ice. It's Clarke, then Hatfield, and Brown right side. In front, Nelson gets loose, and a shoulder stop by Campbell on Josh Nelson. Campbell has stood tall here in this first frame for the Erie Otters. In comes Hatfield once more, left wing side. A short clear for the Otters, but they can make a change. There's a slap shot from the left side. Save made. Diving on the rebound. Try is Campbell. Ramped into the Erie zone off the tape of Forster as Erie brushes it behind their net. Played by Campbell. As Erie can flip it out ahead, but not out. Held in and sent to the near side corner. Kishnick out to center ice. Heavy collision in the corner. Allenson holds in. Swings one towards the net. Snared. Draw towards the left circle of Aiden Campbell. And it's one by the Colts. They hold on the right wing side.
Marquette Savings Bank.
Putting on the moves here as he sends it towards the front. That's intercepted by Brendan Sellen as he looks to escape the zone. Plays it up the near side wall. Clarke diving, can hold in. And hand it off as a one-timer. As it spikes to the near side corner.
Number 27, Josh Nelson.
Corner glass out to center ice.
Victor Hadfield. And number 55, Brandt Clarke. Time of the goal, 19-13.
Ties it up along the board. 10 seconds. Does get into the zone. Quickly whacked ahead by Vierling to center ice. Erie sends it in, and that'll wind down the rest of the clock on the first period as Clarke just... Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters trail the Barrie Colts 1-0 through 20 minutes of play. Drop the puck. Here we go in the second. I'm Aaron Cooney. Thanks for joining us here this evening as the Otters, well, I'll flip that one right into Nelson, the former London Knight. As the Erie Otters and the Colts underway here in the second period. I'm Aaron Cooney. Thanks for joining us here on this Wednesday evening. The Otters after the puck in the far side corner, and it's brushed out ahead to center ice by the Colts, and the Otters will look to reset. They'll play this one ahead for Connor Lockhart, back in left wing side. Lockhart looking to go to the point. He'll drop it down low instead as Curtis Henry and company as they find Sopo over on the far side corner. It's bumped off the puck and lifted all the way back to Erie ice. No icing, but offside on this play would be Barrie. They get a backup as the Otters send this one out ahead. Bounce just past the stick of Elias Cohen as Cameron backhands this one, but not out. Fowler holds in, snaps one towards the net, and Seelovs gobbles it up. Bring one off the post as Erie wins the draw back to Drew Hunter. He'll send one towards the net. That's fought off by Seelovs. Max Golan on the near side wall. Short-handed goal last night. The only goal for the Otters in that hockey game. Cycled for the near side corner. First man to it, it's Barrie. And out ahead to center ice. Here comes Porco cruising through a pair. Teed up now by Kishnick. Forced onto the end boards. Bouncing puck. Prodded towards the goal here. To back leaves it in front. Knocked ahead by Kishnick. And here he can skate this one through center ice now. Golan into the offensive zone. Cuts across the zone. Walks all the way to the circles before he's finally poke checked. But he will hold in. Cohen buried behind the net. Leave it out to the point now. Hunter wheels left. Throws it in front. Just past the stick of Fowler, who puts a little cross check on Nathan Allenson. Erie holds in. Directed down to the corner by Erie's Curtis Henry. Golod looking for it. Allenson will find it. And he'll loft this one back to Erie ice. Does it have enough for icing? Yes. And before we drop the puck, another net guard violation. Elias Cohen has to get his correctly put on. That's the 6th time that we've seen a discussion for a net guard on one of the players here tonight. But Erie cashes in on the first portion of the power play. Next unit steps on as Drew Hunter rips it on in. A full 2 minutes to work with on the man advantage. Looking to take a 1-goal lead now are the Otters. Lockhart on the near side wall. Unable to hold in. It's forced to center ice. Selin tucks it back across the line and gloves this one down. Finds Lockhart. Tight quarters here along the left half wall as Erie feeds it around the boards for Drew Hunter in front. Redirect just wide by Lockhart. Sproul. Lockhart. Sproul once more. To the point, Erie goes left side. And then Drew Hunter puts it in front. Steered just aside wide by Selin, drifting in front. Along the near side wall. Erie still in possession. Selin will feed it around the wall for Drew Hunter on the right side. Hunter carries all the way to the corner. He'll hand off to Lockhart, trying to play this one to the point for Sproul. Has to glove this down after a partial block. And then Clarke the opportunity to clear, but he puts it off to the left of Seeloff's. As the Colts win this draw, they'll feed it up the boards and it'll bounce towards neutral ice. Yetman knocks a man down. Bouncing puck picked up by Clarke. In flight left side, trying to feed it on in front. Just out of the reach of Forster along the right corner wall. Held in at the point. Jack Duff. And got a stick up high, and a penalty coming up as he clipped Vierling on this side. That'll carry off the corner and all the way down into Colts ice. 42 seconds left on this power play, and it's Clarke ahead. On for the another Aiden Brown, one of the overagers here on this group. Steers it into the Erie zone. Erie will intercept. They got a man ahead, but Clark's going to hold in at the right point. Brown now walking down Main Street. Wrist shot from Tabak is blocked. Brown feeds Forster on the left side. Reset at the point. Clarke. Forster, left wing circle. Clarke again. Waits. Back for Forster. Holds. Now shoots. Misses again. Off the glass and out to center ice it goes. Clarke will settle it down. And right back in for Tabak into Erie ice. Watched by Drew Hunter as time winding down on the power play. They carry behind it at Nelson. Dishes out to the point. Shreddle now. On for Tabak. Out of the box comes Jack Duff. Erie killed it off. Nelson in front towards the goal and stopped by Campbell on a bouncing puck. The shot from Porco. And Erie can skate it out of danger. All the way down. Here's a chance for Hunter. He puts it off the pipe. It skips in front and cleared aside. And they'll chop it out to center ice as Curtis Henry pokes one loose into his own end. Tabak twists away from the checker. Now Tabak with a try. Pass, then furthered by Punnett. Change on the way for Barrie. Erie holds back behind their own net. 7.5 to play second period. 1-1 game. The Otters tying this one up on a power play goal from Hayden Fowler. He finds the back of the net for his 18th of the year. Ramped on in off a backhand play from Hadfield. Campbell's going to move it, snaps it near side. That goes off the skate of Porco. Erie looking to nudge it out ahead to center ice. Can do so as Lockhart fires it on in. Seeloff settles it there as he hands off for Allenson. Swings it up the boards. Yetman, first one to it. Then on for Lockhart. Back for Yetman with a man in front. Tries to center it. Knocked down as a look at that. Lacrosse try from Erie's Chad Yetman just bounced off his stick as Erie after it now. A takeaway by Kian Sopa, who gets the motor going, but he's stripped to the puck by Nelson. On the right side, Nelson feeds it out towards the point. Whistle will sound off. February, usually the month of the year here, the OHL. It was Mental Health Awareness Night last night in Kitchener as well. The Otters visiting the Rangers. As Allenson skates this one towards center ice. He'll bounce it back to Erie ice and no icing on the play. First man to it's Hadfield. Hadfield ties up Kishnick behind the net. Kishnick can spike it loose as the Otters work out towards center ice. Hoffman looking for it. Bouncing puck. Settles at center red. Daniel D'Amato will find it. Feeds it towards the blue line. Cut off by Allenton and then fed into the Erie bench here from Hayden Fowler. Under 5 to play and a whistle sounds once more. Otters on this play. Good hustle by Sproul. Can hand this one off to Yetman. Looking to go short side. And he rattles it off the glass high. Here comes Hadfield in flight. Now Nelson busting to the net is Brown. But Erie gets back on the back check. And now a headman play. They'll find Sopa. Sopa on a break. Moving into the forehand. Hey! Of the hockey game. Pair of goals here in this second. They control after the face-off. Colts inside Erie ice. Vierling with the power play on for Brown. It's taken away by Selin. And here comes Hoffman left wing side. Stick handles in, but Erie's going to against Erie's second-ranked penalty kill unit in the OHL. Dips down a spot after last night. Erie's allowed power play goals in 3 of the last 4 games. As it snapped into the Erie zone, Brown settles it down from left circle. He's got room to walk, but it rolled off his stick. He'll dish to Clarke now. Forster left side. Clarke again. Hands off, sent across the zone it goes. Vierling's wrister off the mark, and it's the end glass. Settled by the Colts once more. Vierling backs up to the half wall, feeds Clarke. Now Forster, he'll step into this one. That's blocked by Morton, and then back in it down the ice by Brendan Selin. Fed ahead for Brown. Erie changing on the play. They'll get an entire fresh PK unit on. In comes to back right side. Tried to feed in front. That's intercepted by Sopa, and he'll clear the length of the ice. 50 seconds on the penalty. Curtis Henry. Erie with a 1-goal lead, a pair of goals in this second frame. A power play goal from Hayden Fowler and a key in Sopa. It has a 2-point night. Here comes Barrie busting to Erie ice. Porco walks to the slot. Wrist shot, save made, rebound. They touch the bottom of the right circle, and Frasca can hammer it home to even this game at 2. Erie trying to get it right back as they poke it into the zone left side. Frasca, the goal scorer, leaves it behind the net as Brendan Selin digs away. Now D'Amato against a couple of Barrie Colts. Selin trying to wedge this one loose. Moving it forward, Selin can pry that one ahead. 25 seconds left. Here's Hoffman. One-time shot sticked aside by Silas. Hoffman will pick this puck up. Feeds it down low once more. D'Amato with a man in front. Taken away by Hill as D'Amato again continues to battle back behind the net. Here's Frasca, the goal scorer. He's hit as the puck flips on the far side. D'Amato still after it here. Clarke just wants to tie it up and run the final 5 seconds off. Erie gets that thing loose once more. Here's Selin on in front. Steered just wide by... Back to action for the third period. Amer and Cooney. 2-2 game. Otters and Colts through 40 minutes. Into the third we go. Colts tying this one up late, which is 50.8 seconds on the clock. As Erie... everybody thought it was going to be icicle. I thought same thing, but we'll keep on playing here after Erie dropped it in from center ice. Erie can brush it out the center from their own end once more, and Evan Vierling will steer it on in as Forster bumped by Curtis Henry. Sopa will take over. 2-point second period for Kian Sopa. A goal and an assist as he hands off to Yetman. Cruises back down the other way. Angles it back behind the net on a poke check. And freed that puck up now as Forster on back towards the neutral zone. Gives it right to Jake Gold. As the Otters win it back. Golden now. Up the right wall. Sopa as he motors forward. Can't clear. Clarke nicely holds in. Now it's Bignell. Right back in down deep. Otters shovel it behind their own net. Henry slides it along for Sproul on the left side, who can nudge it forward for Chad Yetman. And here comes Erie through neutral ice. Busts around one man. Yetman finds the puck in the corner as he pokes it along the near side. Erie's Emmett Sproul hustles over. Golden has to hold in from the point. Puts it off the back end of Sproul. 2 Otters chase after it, but it's hoisted ahead by Allenson. And here comes Vierling through center ice. Evan Vierling on for Clarke. Trying to cut to the back end. Nicely read by Golden. Poked it loose. Bignell behind the Erie cage now. The captain onto the far side. Turned around by Erie's Chad Yetman. As the Otters poke that puck loose, they can't clear. Got it right back. Vierling with the wrist shot. Snared by Campbell. Near side corner. As the Otters shoulder Brown, the puck is loose on the near side. Selin trying to sweep it ahead. Clarke holds in. Martin trying to clear. It'll come out to the circle. Stepping into it as Brown and the Otters whack it ahead on a reach by Hoffman. That'll send it the length of the ice with 14 seconds left on the kill. We'll talk about penalty minutes when we get a moment. Here's Hatfield dragging to Erie ice. And now Nelson left side fires one. Pad stop made, and it's kicked out towards the line by Campbell, but not out. Clarke has it once more. Penalty coming up here. And back to action now. The Colts looking for the game-tying goal now. Here's Jack Duff. In back behind his own net. Taken away by Hatfield. He's wrapped up. Penalty coming up to the Otters. Great hustle play by Victor Hatfield on that one. to force the hand of Jack Duff as he took the puck away. Erie looking to clear, diving. Great effort from Brendan Sellen to poke that one to the line and then force it out of the zone. They enter back in, flipped along for Vierling. Holds. He finds Clarke at the point. Clarke right side. 3-2 lead, Otters ahead. Power play on for the Barrie Colts. Forster. He'll find Brown. Clarke now, 4th overall pick. Clarke holding center point. Gives right, Vierling. Waits. Backs up to the wall. Finds Clarke. On across, Forster. Doesn't shoot. Still waits. With 30 goals coming from that stick and Forster. Here's Clarke right side. Angles one towards the front. Off his skate. Hoffman will pick it up. He'll go for a bit of a skate as he drifts and then chips it into the zone. Busts on down right wing side with a man in front. Trying to center. And Mac Gola looking for it. And never made it towards the front as the Colts are forced wheel right. He'll dish out to back at center area. He'll carry it on in where it's tossed to the far side corner. Brown, poke check by Henry. 50 seconds left on the power. Back towards Erie ice. Forster on his horse as icing is washed out. Henry finds the handle in the corner. Ahead up the left half wall for Brendan Sellen. Held in by Clarke at the point off of his glove. Feeds it to open ice right side. It's Tyson Forster. He'll deliver to the point. Allenson. Slap shot is blocked by Erie up. And we'll drop the puck here and back to action we go. Otters clinging to a 1-goal lead here. Cohen wiped out on the near side as Tabak and company knock him down to the ice. Porco digs away. The former Saginaw Spirit and a Dallas Stars draft pick. Porco gets it loose. On for Tabak. Never could get that shot away. Rolled off his stick. Here's Clarke. Directed in front here. Rebound try for Frasca, and he couldn't get his stick on it, and he was open. Headman play for Golod. Try to drag to the front. Stick hands around. Gets a shot away. It's stopped by Seeloffs. Still loses. He loses his blocker, and it's going to be lifted ahead. Shots on goal here in this period, and they've held the Colts to just 4, even though they've had a couple of power play chances. All it takes is 1, though, as Vierling can poke this one towards Erie territory. Turns around, Curtis Henry finds the puck in the corner. Here's a try from the right circle, and Forster hammers that one wide, and it caroms all the way out to center ice. Slowed by Allenson at his own end. Feeds it out to center. Brendan Sellen will tuck it back in as Erie touches up on side. Free chance here for Allenson to scoop up the puck. Swings it around the wall for Vierling. And then on ahead to center ice, Brandt Clarke. Running the gauntlet left wing. Hands off in front. Forster gets loose, and he's denied by Campbell. In tight. Forster gives to the point now. Allenson plays it down to the corner. Hoffman there for Erie. Avoids the shoulder as he pokes it up behind the net. But Vierling's going to find it as he steps in front of Curtis Henry. Forster to the point. It's Clarke. Comes across the line. Now down the middle of the ice. Here's Clarke wheeling and dealing onto the backhand as he sends it in front. It's loose at the crease. Throw back through the goal mouth. It's still loose. And the Otters just fire it down the ice on a clear. Curtis Henry. And they lug it ahead. Cohen off his backhand. He'll slide it towards center ice. Lockhart on for Henry through traffic and into offensive ice. Sellen looking for Hunter at the point. That one's taken away and whipped off the boards down ice. A clear for Barrie. 3-2 game here. Time winding down in the third period. 3:34 to play. Half minute left on the power play for Erie. Drew Henner will wire this one in from the right side. Slowed by Seeloffs. He'll snap it off the glass. Held in by Hunter at the point. He feeds on for Brendan Sellen. Right back to Hunter with a man in front. Redirect try by Lockhart. And it's kicked aside by Seeloffs and cleared once more by the Colts. Hill will be released in 7 seconds now. Beeline to the Colts bench. Erie wins this face-off, and they want to keep this one deep. Sopa on the far side corner as he's tied up. Yetman also wrapped up. The white shirts can poke that one loose. Forster just hammers it out the center. Jacked up, drops it right back in. Otters touch up. Holding is Allenson. Wraps this one off the glass all the way to Erie ice, where it's slowed down by Bignell, and Jack Duff forces it back to center ice. Thinking about leaving was Seeloffs. He's forced back into his cage as Erie tucks it into the zone. Twisted in front. A play by a pirouette from Yetman. Had to be sticked away by Seeloffs before the Otters could get a stick on it. Final minute of play as Allenson lugs to center. Feeds it in towards Erie ice. That should be an icing call. Puck. Played behind the net. That's the face-off win by the Colts. Clarke finds Vierling, and then into the Erie zone right side. Brown with a man in front, try to get it that way. Good play defensively by Golden. Goaltender's off, extra man is on. Here's Forster along the near side boards. Clarke right back to Forster, center point. Allenson, 35 seconds left. They find a man open right side. Vierling shot, ace this season. Otters 1-4, 1-6 in overtime games. The Colts 4-3, 2-2. It was the Flint Firebirds just this past Friday, downing the Erie Otters in overtime, 4-3. As the Colts control after the first draw. Brown into the Erie ice. As he hands off right side, it's on for Clarke. Forster now left side. Brown once more, they're going to reset. Back out the center ice with half a minute off the clock. And lugging this one ahead will be Clarke. Into Erie ice he comes. Peels off left side. Waits as he dishes on for Forster in the near side corner. As Forster, he'll continue his point streak with an assist on that Vierling goal into a 12th game. He holds the puck now. As Erie's really only opportunity here in the overtime period. The Colts have had the puck the entire time. As Forster back to Erie ice. Takes it away from Duff. Chopped at by Sopa. And in comes Chad Yetman to clean things up. He'll drop it off in front of his goaltender with 2:15 to go in overtime. The only overtime goal, the only time winner for the Otters this season came off the stick of Austin Swankler back in November. They don't have him to their disposal. He's out with an injury tonight. Sopa carries back the other way. Key and Sopa goal and assist tonight. On for Yetman inside Colts territory. Yetman D'd up here by Clarke. Makes his move right wing side. Wrists one that sails high. Here's Sopa. As he's tied up on the far boards, Clarke knocks the puck loose. Forster able to find Brown. Wheels back behind his own net. Minute 40 to go in overtime. There's also still enough time for Barrie to ramble back the other way as they win this draw. Here's Clarke 5 seconds ago. Heads back behind his own net. Time winding down, and they're just going to play for the shoot for one this year. Game on his stick. Comes in left side. Right-handed shot to the middle of the face-off circles. Backhander, and he scores. The 4th overall pick in 2009.